tonight we're going to have a blues talk, and Mike Easton is back with us from the Fathead Musical Instrument Shop. And that shop is the only one in North America that's exclusively designed for the purpose of building, repairing, and restoring harmonicas. So he did a blues talk back in November 12th, 2020. Um, which is posted on the website under Virtual Jams Blues Talks. But he got some new equipment in and a new mill, and so we're really excited. We're going to have a quick little updated tour with Mike. Hi, Mike.
How you doing, Kathy?
Good.
Good. Oh, yes. You want a tour? All right. Yeah, there's some new items in the shop. Now, right after I got these darn things, I still have to set the mill up, finish setting it up. I have to call in corporate office and take care of that. But I talked to my mother-in-law. She might be buying a farm in Puerto Rico, so maybe moving all the stuff there next year. So I have to figure things out. There's a lot of equipment here. But yeah, the islands might get the first harp tech. All right. Well, let me give you a tour. Let me flip this around here. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Okay. The new items I have are down here. A lot of stuff that I use for working on harps. I have big machines that you see around the shop, but I also do a lot of manual work with scrapers and files and other things that have to be done by hand. So I bought this grinding wheel. It's diamond grinding wheel. These were like $350 a wheel in here, plus the motor. So it was very expensive. So I use this for sharpening my files, for tuning, and for the scrapers and other stuff that I have over here. And I also bought, I don't know if you can pull this up. It's gonna be too heavy, but it's for also for filing and smoothing out. It's different stones I have. They're set in oil. Use those up here with the sanding pads and all. Now here's my newest baby over here. It's a 3-foot by 4-foot milling machine for doing wood and acrylic. I have this mill here. This used to be big until I got the new one, and now it's kind of its little brother. And I'm making combs with this, cover plates and other parts with it. I have to hook up the vacuum system yet for it. I have this fits over the front there, so as I'm milling, it vacuums up the dust and out of the room. I moved some of my stuff out of the shop here to make room for it, and yeah, it's going to be cool once it's ready to use. So I thought about making some other things too. I can work on guitars on it also. You know, there's a couple guys in the area, including Gary, that does custom work on guitars, so I can do cutouts for them for putting the electronics in, on that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty messy since last time because I have no place to put everything since the shop's been updated. Come around here. I'll show you what I didn't get to show you the last time. Let me switch this here. Okay. I don't know if I showed this before, the ergonomic neck rack that I make.
Nice.
Now you listen up, guys like Hank, you know, that play rack harp. This is the best you're going to find. Now this is made for these special chromatics that I make. And they don't have a slide button in them. You move your head up and down, and that moves it, the sharps and flats. That gives you the basically the black keys on a piano. So when you're playing it, you don't need to move the button. You can play guitar or a keyboard, whatever other instrument. Your hands are free, so you can play two completely chromatic instruments by having this rack setup I have. This one here is made for diatonics. It's magnetic, so we just drop it on there, position it right. Make sure I have it upright. And the rack stays positioned because all the weight, it's ergonomic, so the weight drops down. It's not centered out here, so you aren't lifting the rack up off you as you're trying to play. It stays down. So that's how. I got to plug back in here. I like being wireless. And let me show you here how this other one fits on. I have microphones that I make for these, but I don't have any of the mics made right now. I did a video yesterday for the UK harmonica group. They're doing a festival next weekend, so they asked me to do a video on this. And they invited me, the guy that invented it, Vern Smith, who's, I think he's 95 years old now. He also plays guitar and plays harp. And his first customer, who is paraplegic, you call it. She was a geologist, and she was out in the field, and a bear came along and ripped off both her arms. And she used to be a guitarist, so she wanted to be able to play again, an instrument. So Vern came up with this design and then improved it along the way. So a lot of people that don't have use of their hands are picking this up as an instrument also. It's just played on the rack, and get fully chromatic on it. I know Elizabeth Reed. I just can't remember it right now. I'm so out of touch with practicing. I've been working on harps all summer trying to get this stuff moving through for customers. But I don't know. You have any questions?
No, I'm just like so impressed with the fact of that instrument being designed so that someone who doesn't have use of their hands are able to play. I mean, what a wonderful contribution.
Yeah. One of my friends, a fellow harp tech, he's writing a thesis, music doctorate thesis, I guess. Mm-hmm. And he wants to use that instrument as part of his musical thesis and talk to some people that, it's benefiting.
Yes.
And the lady was invited into the festival next week. She's giving, her story about how the harmonica is used, but even for, it's very good for jazz players and blues players that want to expand their playing style when they play several instruments, rather than just doing that Bob Dylan thing on guitar. You can expand a lot farther in guitar and harp rack. Yeah,
it really adds a lot.
Yeah, so I want to, I have 4 of those here. I've repaired 2. One I'm making for Vern, who invented it. I'm making one for him, and then I have one for another customer. So I have 4 in the shop here right now that I've been tweaking today. So hopefully I can get those out in the mail in a couple of days. And yeah, I'd like to get back out to the jam. Oh, on another note, since a lot of people are fans of Gary's, I took him in the hospital yesterday, and he's doing pretty good so far. He had some battery of tests. What's today? Thursday. On Wednesday, and they were going to admit him last night, but he said he wanted to get some things in order at the house because the last time he went in, he didn't get out for 2 months, and his refrigerator turned into a lab experiment. So he gave me a bunch of food and took care of other things that were in there before he ended up in the hospital. So right now he can't have any visitors except for family and certain people that are like caretakers. So I would be one that's being allowed to visit. I'm going in to see him tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I appreciated you put something on Facebook about it, and I appreciated that update. And it sounded like they might need to redo some of those where the wires are going in.
Well, yeah, they never healed right on them, and the scar tissue wasn't forming. And unless he has an enormous patch that goes onto his side, he has to replace that every day. And if it's not applied right, or the water is not perfectly clean, everything has to be sanitary, it gets infected.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. It's been going on for like about 2 months now. It's not healing. So I have a feeling they're going to put the hose in a different spot, maybe just stitch that up and put it somewhere else and start over.
Yeah.
So, but he's in pretty good spirits so far.
Good. Well, yeah, it was a cute picture that you put on.
Yeah. It's like
oh,
again.
Well, here I am.
I was trying to get a Steve Urkel. Me.
Yeah.
What I do.
Oh. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for sure. I mean, I know you had to wait a while for that equipment to get here, and
4 months.
Yeah, right.
So put a lot of delays in. All right.
So good to see it here. And,
yeah, I don't think there was anything else. How much time's left?
About 1 minute.
Okay. There's one thing I wanted to add that I learned with the shop years ago when I was in with Krypton City with Harry Warner. He made a statement about bands that circle the drain, which means they stay within the same area playing the same clubs and all. So I took that advice, referring to a lot of things, such as being a harp tech. Harmonica players just group together with their own ideas, and I realized if you want anything new to happen, you got to go out of your space.
Yeah.
So I joined a lot of machinist groups, woodworking groups, mold making groups, all these different types of groups. So I'm getting ideas how to do stuff where some of my fellow techs or keep following everybody's same advice inside. I'm trying to go out a little bit and bring something new into the group, into the fold. So you got to stay on top of the technology and the things you do if you want to stay in business.
And what you're doing for us, sharing kind of workings of your operation there. I mean, I'm just astonished at how much equipment is needed. And, when you were saying $350 a wheel, I'm like, oh my gosh, it helps to appreciate
well, some people don't understand the money, why things cost so much. And, I'm driving, my car died, so I'm driving a 1997 Honda Accord that's beat to hell. And after mine died, I decided to get that CNC. I didn't buy another van. After my van died, I bought a CNC for the shop. So, that's where my dedication is. And that was between $12,000 to $13,000 for that. When everything was said and done, after buying it and transporting it back up to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get things rolling with it.
Great. Well, thank you so much. This is wonderful to hear about, and excited to see you at the jam.
Okay, Kathy.
Hopefully.